Hey you guys, I'm back. Yeah, that's your girl Miss Benzie. I told you guys I will come back and do a update for you as well as basically this is gonna be just basically the simple truth about everything. The rawest form, which this is nothing that's pre written down, for you. But I just wanted to basically let you guys know that the gastric bypass surgery is a major surgery. It's nothing like the sleeve. And I say that in regards to because I have a cousin who did the sleeve, and her surgery versus my surgery, totally two different total different surgeries. And I can tell the difference between my weight loss and her weight loss. And I believe it has more to do with the surgery itself because as some of you probably have already researched that with the RNY gastric bypass surgery, you tend to lose weight faster than you would if you went to get the sleeve done. And partial to that is also depending upon your body and it's makeup, and also depending on how many pounds that you would like to lose, that makes up for it, as well as you have more stomach to work with whenever you get the sleeve versus the bypass. So much else is done with the gastric bypass, the RNY, for those of you. Number one, you definitely have to have your mind made up in doing either or of the surgeries. I had my mind made up. I had my mind made up actually about 2 years prior to me getting the surgery, but I actually went to get the lap band done. But things did not work out, and I'm actually glad that I did not do the band. So even after much praying and research and talking to surgeons and going to different seminars, you guys, it's a lot of work. Basically you're gonna have people, family, friends wise, especially people that you share with, that you're going to have a surgery done. A lot of people are gonna look at it as the easy way out, the easy way to as everybody will say, like having that magic pill for whatever it is that you're trying to do. But I am here to tell you, as a witness, it is not easy. Simply because even after surgery and even before the surgery, you still have to practice all those elements of just having to the elements of having to follow good protocol, follow suit as far as eating healthy. You're pre-dieting before you have the surgeries, on the 2 week diet, pre-op, and you're on liquids, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and so you're actually taking those baby steps to better yourself and to get healthy, because that's really the basis for the surgeries. It's not for people to do just to have a certain look, even though nowadays you have a lot of people doing that. And for what reason, I really don't know. I mean, it's crazy to go through that type of surgery where you could potentially lose your life. Basically, with any type of surgery, you could lose your life um, if all you going to do is just try to go and do it for looks. Now, if it's for your health and you're trying to be more healthier and live longer, then I say go for it. It's worth the risk. You have nothing else really to lose. And that's just my opinion. Also, have a strong support system. That is, I say that's the biggest thing out of all of it, because it's gonna be days that you not gonna feel like exercising. You're not gonna feel like eating. You're not gonna feel like drinking. You're not gonna feel like doing anything. And I was pre-warned about that too. And I mean, I watched my share of videos. I read. I talked it over with family members. Talked it over with friends. Loved ones, and all of them pretty much was saying the same thing. And now since I'm almost 3 to 4 months out post-op, I'm actually experiencing all of that because it's times that I don't feel like exercising. I don't feel like doing arm weights. I don't feel like eating, and I still have those weird not cravings, but weird time frames where I'm not even hungry. I don't even want anything to eat, and I could actually go all day probably without eating, but your body will still let you know that you weak, that you still need to eat. The other thing is you have to encourage yourself. If don't nobody else do it, you got to do it. I do have a strong support system, so even when I'm not encouraging myself, other people are encouraging me. My mom, my sibling, and even friends. Everybody still cheering me on along this journey, and truly it definitely is a journey. So you really have to make sure that your mind is really made up for what you plan to do, because it's gonna be days and weeks where you're gonna want to know, have I lost weight? It's gonna be stalls where you're gonna just, one week you might lose 10 pounds, and 2 weeks later you haven't lost but maybe 2 pounds. You maybe lost 1 pound a week, and I've experienced that as well. And your body just has to reset itself. It could be you can actually go on a stall simply because maybe you're stressed, maybe lack of rest, so many different things. You might have ate something that week to where it just kind of slowed your metabolism down. But your body is constantly changing, even as you lose weight. And even if you're not seeing pounds off, you're still losing inches somewhere. Whether you did the VSG or whether you did the RNY surgery, you're still losing somewhere. The other thing is, you guys, you got to make sure that you get in your protein. Protein is so important. Without the protein, you won't lose weight. Like, your body will stall. And that was part of my reason for stalling, was because I wasn't getting in enough protein. And so my body was just like, oh, you starving me. I don't have, that extra boost there, with the protein to keep the energy and your muscle mass and all that, together. So protein is important. Water intake is important. The more water you get in, the better your body will feel, the better you can exercise, the better you can re-lubricate basically everything that's still coming out of you. Also, let's see what else. Exercise. Get at least 15 minutes of exercise in, at least once a day. You don't really have to overdo it. Most people hit the gym, or, they exercise at home and they go for 30 minutes to an hour. Some people exercise longer than an hour. And it's really up to you and what you're comfortable with, what you can do. You don't want to go too hard. You don't want to overdo it, because you can actually do more harm to your body than good when you overdo it. So, just do what you feel that you can do that is giving you some sort of progress, and also make sure you're not doing the same thing, so that, your body don't get used to it. And that way you can burn more calories faster. The next thing is, there will be some thoughts where, you're going to think like, wow, why did I do this surgery? I actually had those same thoughts probably about almost a month after my surgery. And actually, right before that, whenever I first had that dumping syndrome, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, I actually cried, you guys. I cried, and I was like, why did I do this? And my mom was like, oh, you did okay. You'll be fine. With the help of the Lord, you'll be fine. And I believe that. I still believe it. But you guys, it was like I was in so much pain, and I didn't know what my body was doing, and it was really a scary situation, because if you've never dumped before, it's almost like, okay, y'all, it's TMI right now. It's almost like going to the bathroom with a full blast of diarrhea. But without that, I mean, add in the sweatiness, like you about to faint. you popping sweat out of nowhere, you about to pass out. It's just a terrible, terrible feeling. You want to, and then you get nausea, like this rush of nausea coming over you. And so it's just like you feel like you about to die, and it's just a terrible, terrible feeling. So, you know, that's why they tell you this is just a tool. It's a tool. So you have to use it to your advantage. Like when you're not craving and you don't have the desire for food, you utilize that while you have that. Because again, our bodies are constantly changing. So what might have worked for you 3 or 4 months might not work for you later on down the line. So take advantage of that. And I am definitely taking advantage of that. My weakness was always sweets, but you know what, you guys, I don't really crave any sweets anymore. Like, I could be around cake, I could be around pie, and now my eyes can see it and my eyes can want it, but my belly and my brain is not saying, oh, go over there and get that, which I've never been neither an emotional eater, thankfully. So with that being said, the last thing and most vital thing is to make sure that you get your rest. Get plenty of rest. Normally after surgery, you will get pretty good rest, for the most part, because again, it's a different change. So, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna feel energetic and everything. And then by the time you get ready to lay down, you pretty much rest peacefully. If you're not getting proper rest, you're going to be dealing with headaches. You're going to be dealing with a lot of fatigue, and that can also slow your weight loss progress down when you're not getting your proper rest, because your body is running off that reserve tank of energy that it's trying to store and save. So with that being said, you guys, do I regret having my surgery now? No, I don't. Do I miss some of the things that I used to do, like maybe drinking sodas or being able to go out for ice cream or, different things like that? Yes, of course. But when I weigh out the good versus the bad, I look at it as I've gained more than what I've actually lost, because now I can walk longer, I can stand longer, I can do different things that I was not able to do before surgery, and I'm much, much more healthier than I was before surgery. So you guys, if you're contemplating and you're thinking about having a surgery, one or the other, definitely do your research. Definitely consider these things that I've talked about. And with that being said, good luck, and I wish you the best. So I'm signing off, you guys. Please comment, like, and or subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you will know whenever I'm going live and when I posted a video. All right, see you guys later.